Every so often, a contestant steps out of the limo on The Bachelor, and you just know they're different. There's a spark, a sense that this person isn't just here to play the game, but to change it. The air shifts, and suddenly, you're paying attention. Katie Thurston was that contestant. From the moment she arrived, she brought an energy that was impossible to ignore. She didn't blend into the background. She arrived with a confidence that was instantly refreshing. Katie's presence was bold but never forced. She was simply herself, and that stood out. Katie wasn't the obvious frontrunner, but she quickly became the audience's voice. She spoke up when others stayed silent, and her willingness to call things out made her relatable. Amidst the chaos, she stepped up, pulling Matt aside to address the toxic environment in the house. It was a risk, but she wasn't afraid to do what she believed was right, even if it meant standing alone. She wasn't seeking screen time. She was doing what felt right. Her actions came from a place of genuine care, not strategy. In a world of reality TV performances, Katie was authentic. She didn't hide her quirks or her opinions, and that honesty resonated. She was unfiltered, a little goofy, and unapologetically herself. Whether she was making people laugh or standing up for what mattered, she was always real. Viewers saw a real person, not a polished archetype. Katie's vulnerability and humor made her feel like someone you could actually know. Her journey from contestant to bachelorette felt truly earned. She didn't just get the role, she inspired it by being brave enough to be herself. We weren't just getting another lead, we were getting someone who stood for honesty and directness. Katie's approach was refreshing in a world that often rewards playing it safe. Katie valued standing up for others, and it showed. She was the friend you'd want in your corner, always ready to support those who needed it. In a franchise full of curated images, she was a breath of fresh air. Her sincerity cut through the noise, making her stand out even more. She was the girl next door on a massive TV show, and we rooted for her. Katie reminded us that you don't have to be perfect to be loved. Her introduction was just the beginning. She was about to take us on a journey that promised to be as real as she was. She previewed the kind of bachelorette she'd become. Honest, real, and relatable. Katie set a new standard for what it means to be a Bachelor Nation star. Katie's journey was just getting started, the best was yet to come, and we couldn't wait to see where it would lead. And we were all buckled in for the ride, ready to follow her every step beneath those unforgettable cherry blossoms. You can't talk about Katie Thurston without mentioning the Vibrator. It was the moment that instantly set her apart from every other contestant, and it's the thing Bachelor Nation will never forget. On night one, she walked in, bold and hilarious, making it clear she wasn't shy about who she was. Katie's entrance was a breath of fresh air, breaking the ice and making everyone take notice. That entrance was more than a gimmick. It was a statement. She was there to be authentic, to have fun, and to challenge the status quo. Katie quickly became the house's moral compass, someone who wasn't afraid to speak up when it mattered most. While others stayed silent, she called out toxic behavior and stood up for her peers. She refused to let bullying slide, even when it made her a target. She wasn't creating drama, she was creating a safer environment. Her actions brought a sense of calm and trust to the house. This made her a hero to viewers and a true fan favorite. People at home saw her as someone who genuinely cared. Katie showed you could be funny and also demand respect. She balanced humor with honesty, never losing sight of her values. She wasn't one-dimensional. She was strong, principled, and real. Her vulnerability made her even more relatable. Her actions proved she cared about more than just winning. She wanted everyone to feel respected and heard. Producers and fans saw she could handle conflict with maturity. She didn't shy away from tough moments, but faced them head-on. She initiated tough conversations and led with emotional intelligence. Katie's empathy and courage set her apart from the rest. Katie wasn't just a contestant anymore. She was a leader. She inspired others to speak up and be themselves. Her journey from the girl with the vibrator to the house's voice of reason set the stage for her own season. She had grown in front of our eyes. She was ready to find love on her own terms, and Bachelor Nation was ready to cheer her on every step of the way. When Katie became the Bachelorette, it felt like a fresh start for the franchise. Her season promised genuine connection and a lead ready for real love. Katie's journey mirrored Renewal. She'd faced her own hardships, but chose to bloom. She bravely shared her story of survival, using her platform to inspire hope. Her season wasn't just about finding a husband, it was about personal growth. The show leaned into her quirky personality and honest conversations. The drama felt more organic, and the love story felt real. Katie brought optimism and light, making The Bachelorette fun again. She fostered vulnerability, encouraging men to open up about their lives. Her greatest strength was creating space for growth and honesty. Katie's season became a testament to connection built on empathy and new beginnings. She showed that true love starts with being real. Katie Thurston's humor is one of her most endearing qualities. It's genuine, goofy, and unfiltered, like hanging out with a friend. Her wit and self-deprecating jokes made the show feel more human. Humor was her way of breaking down walls and building connections. She wasn't just looking for a fairy tale, she wanted someone who could laugh with her. This made her search for love feel authentic. Katie could be hilarious one moment and deeply vulnerable the next. This range made her relatable and magnetic. Even after the show, her social media is full of self-aware, funny content. She's not trying to be perfect, she's just being Katie. Her authenticity keeps fans loyal. People fell in love with Katie the person, not just the Bachelorette. Katie Thurston redefined confidence, not as loudness, but as the courage to be vulnerable. One of her most powerful moments was sharing her story as a survivor. She didn't do it for drama, but to create trust and understanding. Her openness set the tone for her season, encouraging others to share. Men talked about their struggles and heartbreaks, inspired by her example. Katie fostered emotional honesty and celebrated it. She showed that true strength is the courage to show your weaknesses. Her directness in conflict and breakups showed self-respect and maturity. Even in tough moments, she stood her ground and spoke her truth. Katie's journey was a lesson in balancing strength and vulnerability. She proved our past don't define us, our courage does. Her season was a masterclass in emotional intelligence. Most Bachelor leads fade after their season, but Katie Thurston's influence endures. Her story didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. Instead, it evolved, growing even more meaningful with time. She stayed true to herself, never chasing a curated influencer image or trying to fit into someone else's expectations. Katie's authenticity set her apart from the start. Katie uses her platform to speak out on issues that matter: sexual assault, mental health, and the realities of dating. She's unafraid to tackle tough conversations, sparking important dialogue among her followers. She's more than a former reality star. She's a role model for those seeking honesty and courage in the public eye. Her public breakup was handled with maturity and grace, showing that vulnerability can be a source of strength, not weakness. She shares her life on her own terms, reminding us it's okay to start over, to change direction, and to embrace new beginnings. Katie's journey after the show is as inspiring as her time on it. She's shown that growth doesn't stop when the spotlight dims. She reminds us that happily ever after isn't always a fairy tale, but it can be real, messy, and beautiful in its own way. Her realness keeps fans connected, making her journey feel relatable and genuine. She's not afraid to show she's still figuring things out, embracing uncertainty with openness and humor. Whether trying stand-up, sharing dating stories, or just laughing at life's twists, she invites us along for the ride. Katie has become someone we feel we know, a rare feat in Bachelor Nation, and a testament to the power of being unapologetically yourself. Katie Thurston's legacy is like the cherry blossom, brief but unforgettable. She brought energy, hope, and authenticity to the franchise. Her impact was lasting, inspiring anyone who's ever felt too real for TV. Katie turned vulnerability into strength and championed honest connection. She reminded us what the show can be at its best, a messy, hopeful search for love. Her story didn't end with a perfect proposal, but with resilience and growth. Katie's example is one of renewal, blooming again, no matter what. She brought heart back to the center of the story. Katie was the bachelorette who felt like a friend, leading with humor and heart. Her legacy proves that beauty, growth, and hope can blossom anywhere.